Hello and welcome back to Drunken Book Club. I'm your spooky, filled with straw host Christopher the Rupel, joined with...
Sam the Pumpkinhead.
Brandon I don't know another one.
The...
Creature of the swamp.
Noelia, the victim that tells the story in the end to the police.
And was a ghost the whole time.
the final girl.
Where's my toes?
And today on Drunken Book Club, meaning I was the only one because I was like, I need to come up with something quick, read a short story from the Hardy Boys Ghost Stories collection, The Walking Scarecrow. Was the story I chose. Because originally I was like thinking, maybe me and Sam can do like a read through and just rank them. The first story was actually really good. I just wanted to go ahead and just do a kind of a read of it. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, when I say The Walking Scarecrow, guys, what do you think this story is about? We got the two Hardy Boys, the very homoerotic detectives solving crimes and kicking ass and taking names. What do you think the story's about, Sam?
I think it's about someone that keeps moving the scarecrow like 3 feet every night. And they're like, what's going on? It's haunted!
I thought it was like a Wizard of Oz type of thing.
Yeah?
I'm thinking like, instead of the one peg, he's got 2 pegs so he can kind of walk, I guess?
Like Peggy the Pirate.
Double dongs! Anyways?
I just automatically think tell scary stories in the dark. Just the Scarecrow Billy.
That is not his name. His name is Harold.
Harold, that's the guy.
More about Harold later on today, guys.
Isn't Billy the kid that gets killed?
I think so.
Yeah. Anyways, that's mine. That's the only thing I can think of.
So here's the story of The Walking Scarecrow. And don't be afraid to interrupt with your noises, sound effects, and all that fun stuff. I'd say notes and jokes, but you guys don't have notes, but you definitely probably have jokes making fun of this story because this is a very easy story to make fun of.
Yay!
So don't be afraid to interrupt me with your jokes and your sound effects.
Interrupting counts as well.
Do it, bitch! Frank and Joe.
Oh my gosh!
A little bit of October for you.
You scared me!
You scared no. You apologize to Noelia.
No. I added excitement.
He
to her
refuses to apologize to you.
This is a spooky episode, I guess.
Frank and Joe are returning
Hey,
home.
I'm Joe. I really like Ren and Stimpy.
It's a really
And
freaking joke.
anime. I've got a tattoo of a fox on my thigh.
Hey. It's his calf.
Does he have a somber tattoo on his thigh?
He has both. He has 2 on each thigh. Not thigh. Calf.
Yeah, he has a fox
it's
on his
calf.
calves.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
But Frank and Joe are returning home after a day of backpacking in Bayport Hills, when suddenly the engine in their sports car goes out in the middle of nowhere and night is quickly approaching.
Oh no.
They're unable to fix their engine, but spot a farmer across the road standing amongst the corn stalks. They approach the figure, hoping he can give them a tow or let them call a tow truck. They actually say that they want to call a garage, and I was like, this is outdated. As they get closer, they figure out that the figure in the dark is just your ordinary scarecrow. Seeing their error, they head towards where they presume a farmhouse would be. But soon they hear a haunting message. Beware! Leave this place and flee for your lives.
They just want a place where they can fucking private.
Duh.
Aren't they brothers?
Then why are
Yeah.
they
Or
in
am I
a
thinking of
cornfield?
Supernatural?
No, they are brothers.
Okay.
Why do you think they're called the Hardy Brothers?
The Hardy Boys.
I mean, technically, when you think of the boys, it's like,
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
them.
no,
It
yeah,
could be
but-
the brothers, as in like when an old person points to a gay couple and they're like, those brothers over there.
I've never heard that
I have
term.
never heard that. I've heard friends.
I've heard friends as well.
Or if it's Sailor Moon, it's cousins,
Yeah, exactly. They're not cousins, they're brothers. They're not fucking...
Obviously.
The boys are spooked by the words spoken by the scarecrow. They try to communicate with the figure, but it doesn't respond. They decide to leave it be and spot what they presume to be the farmhouse and head in that direction. Hey, let's head over there.
Okay.
The path is tough to get through as the lack of light makes it hard to see what's in front of them, and they end up stumbling and bumping in random corn stalks.
Why wouldn't they bring like a flashlight or something? Especially if they're going fucking backpacking.
We'll get back onto that. That have been plowed over. Soon they hear footsteps following them. Hey guys, it's me, the Scarecrow. How's it going? They set up an ambush and wait for their stalker. They jump out with karate poses and find that no one is there. They legit say they jump out with karate poses. And I was like, this is so fucking 80s.
Fucking
That's
white boys.
okay. I would have done that at that age too.
Would you have been like, whoo? Literally, it says karate poses like multiple times, and I'm like, this is so fucking lame.
I'm a yellow belly and black belt.
You're a yellow
Karate.
belly? You're a coward, eh? I get you. They set up the ambush, blah, blah, blah. But then, a couple of large corn stalks are pushed apart violently, and in the pale light of the moon, the ghastly white face of the Scarecrow appears. The boys are scared stiff, and the Scarecrow mockingly laughs at them and warns them not to go to the farmhouse. It then leaves in the other direction.
That's nice of them.
Just like,
They're just like, it literally Homer Simpson's, whoop.
into the grass.
The boys are scared stiff. Oh yeah, I already said that. They decide to backtrack thinking they only imagined what they saw. But when they get back to where the Scarecrow was, it's not there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do it louder.
Yeah, he was walking, and he disappeared. Of course,
He
he's
just
not
gave you
there.
some good advice. You think he's gonna go back to the same place?
Yes.
Gosh.
The boys are
They're
frightened.
white. They don't listen to common sense.
Yeah, they're white. They don't need to listen to your
No.
red
And they know
man-ness.
karate.
No, you right.
They only listen
It's
to
that
his
whole
mind.
thing of the, what is that fucking car, I think it's a car insurance commercial, or where they're like, let's go up the stairs!
Are you thinking of the Geico commercial? I
Yeah.
think? Yeah. The boys are frightened by this predicament and decide to continue their trek to the house so they can get some answers about the Scarecrow. The boys make their way to the house once
Oh
more.
my gosh, they have no sense of self-preservation.
Nope.
White boys in the 1950s.
Rich white boys.
I mean,
They
that
can
makes
do
sense.
whatever they want.
They don't have anything better to do.
They arrive at the house. Well, they're trapped there. Their car doesn't work. Their nice sports sedan is broken down, Weiss.
Boo hoo.
Oh my gosh.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, my sports sedan is broken down. The boys make their way to the house once more. They arrive at the house and try the front door, but when they push the doorbell, they get no response. But they hear a shrill noise from inside. Yeah, just like that. They decide to try the back door just in case. As they move around the house, something shrieks at them. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but that I hope the mic picked that up so bad. We're all nearly 30 or in our 30s and we're all laughing at this.
Because it was just so perfectly timed.
Especially the shriek after the fart. Oh, my cheeks. Oh, my cheeks. Anyways, this is a scary story.
This is scary. There's no farting, guys. Take this serious.
So sorry. It came out of nowhere.
It came out of your butt.
But it was well timed. Holy crap.
I love how it came out of your butt joke. Oh god, my cheeks hurt.
Bass boost that when it happens.
I will boost that shit up so hard. Oh god, I can't see. My eyes are all blurry. Okay.
Damn, Weiss, it smelled that bad.
It's just an owl, Weiss. Come on, I know your natives are afraid of owls.
Just an owl. No.
He fear farted.
Because it was an owl. They get to the back and scream for help, but no one replies.
Help. Help.
Help! We're white, help us.
We're rich white people.
We're going into a stranger's house to yell for help.
They then try opening the doors and windows, but they're all bolted shut. The boys then spot an attic window. I was about to say shelf for some reason.
The elf on the shelf just sitting there, menacingly judging you.
I'm gonna fart at you.
This creepy little face.
But yeah, it's the attic windows near a tree branch. They
Fucking
shinnied
Pocahontas,
up it. The book says shinnied.
Not shimmied.
I wanted to say shimmied, but I was like, no. The book said shinnied. Let me use these 1980s slang terms.
Shitty.
Is that like
I don't think that's 80s.
This book's
That was Samantha, American Girl doll.
this book's for the 80s, Sam. I'm drunk. I can't fucking
That's
see.
the right book.
That was just so funny. I'm like, you...
I picked up the wrong book, yes.
And then just yeeted it, too. When once...
I lost my grip. Just like how Weiss lost his bowels.
Yes.
Sorry, Weiss. I had to make a joke at your expense.
No, that's great, honestly.
Where did I leave off? I'm crying, so it's hard to tell. So yeah, they shinny up it and find the window open and go inside. The boys then take out some pencil flashlights from their detective kits that they've had this whole time.
You
Oh my
stupid
gosh.
bitches.
I fucking hate that sentence so goddamn much because I was just like, oh, you just have flashlights all of a sudden? You're literally walking around in the dark. I know the moon's bright and all, but there's fucking clouds in the sky. Don't you think you want to bring out your fucking flashlight?
Especially if you're fucking stumbling around like dumb shits you are.
And there's spooky stuff out there.
Yeah, like if I'm outside walking home, I have my pen flashlight in my hand because I don't know what's going to come at me. I'm going to flash it in the face and then smash my flashlight and it's a face hole. I've only done it once. I've only murdered one homeless person that way.
Alright,
Let
make
us
sure to edit
continue.
this out, by the way.
No, it stays in. My murder must be known. I will kill again. They exit the bat-infested attic, and Frank thinks the house is abandoned because there is no furniture, carpet, or light bulbs. He did mention light bulbs, which I thought was kind of weird. They scour the upstairs rooms for any hint of life, and only find a rat.
Oh, rats?
They find a rat. A singular rat.
Oh.
Sam would have been excited. She'd be like, oh, you cozy,
Like,
cozy.
hey, baby.
And it would have been like,
No, probably just would have ran away.
it would have farted at you.
Left a pee trail. No, it left a poop trail.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will leave a fear poop trail.
Oh
Just
my gosh.
Rats are great like that.
or the pee trail.
They head downstairs and find fresh footprints. They lead from the back door to the living room and back again. They also see straw along the path. Not sure of where else to check, the boys head to the basement. They find more footprints in the directions of the fuse box, and find there was no fuses and that the power is shut off. Oh. The two brothers decide to spend the night there and sleep on the floor. Just like Joe would. Joe likes sleeping on the floor. I'm not kidding. He actually he loves sleeping on the floor.
Because we've offered like the food, and then there's like, no, I'll be on the floor.
He doesn't like having his legs, like his feet hanging over the bed and stuff.
I mean, that's fair, Joe.
I feel the same.
Yeah. He's not that tall. He's like
tall compared to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone's calling compared to you.
yeah.
Not you.
Yeah, we're the same height.
Me and Sam are tall compared to you. As you know, I think Sam and you are in the same height. Can we get this?
I'm pretty sure we're all the same.
I think we're about the same height. It's one of those like by a little bit.
Can we see,
We've
please?
done this so much on
Yeah, I was gonna say,
podcasts.
come
I
on,
don't
Brandon.
remember. I don't remember you two.
Oh, no.
Oh, Brandon is taller.
By like barely.
Yeah.
But me and Noelle are definitely like
And then I'm a giant.
Giant.
Ooh, I'm over 5'8". Ooh, so spooky. Fuck, I lost my spot.
The rat fear farted.
No, we were at the sleeping on the floor like Joe.
Oh.
They're like, we might as well just sleep in the stranger's house.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
That's fine. We shouldn't like sleep in the car or anything like that. We should just
I
be
don't
in
know. I like it'd only be comfortable for one of them.
Either way, I still wouldn't sleep in a stranger's house.
Also, what if they're really tall and it's a sports sedan, so it's just like it's just too cramped?
I would say
They're not as short as you, Sam. They're
no. You know what you
they're
do?
tall white boys.
You know what you would do?
Sleep in the trunk.
No, use the fucking do the front.
Yeah, and
Recline
just
the
lean
seats
flying.
back.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
This is the 80s. The seats don't recline that
And
back.
the scarecrow told them not to go to the house, and they immediately go to the house and fall asleep.
Like
It's
better
our
just
time.
go to bed.
Oh my
That's them
gosh.
sleeping. Frank has a nightmare where the pair is in their car getting directions from the haunted scarecrow. The Scarecrow gives them directions off a cliff, and they all fall to their death. The end. Okay, it's not
What?
the end.
Damn.
It's not the end.
I wanted it to be the end. That would have been great. Just
Frank awakens, but his nightmare, from his nightmare,
His name was Frank?
yeah, Frank and Joe,
Frank and Joe.
Oh my gosh. I never knew that.
and sees the Scarecrow's pale face at the window, and it gives him one last warning to leave the house before disappearing once more. Leave the house now, or else I'll do nothing about it. Leave now.
What was that? I don't know. It must have been the wind.
Leave!
Better go back to sleep.
Why aren't you leaving? I'm giving you an ominous message.
We're white. We take land
We're
that's not
invisible.
ours.
You
we
made
do.
me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm just glad we like
Oh my
that.
gosh,
Call
they're
it
taking
nice.
someone
Call it
it nice.
nice.
Okay, wait, but look at the types of ghosts. Isn't there a Native American ghost on the cover?
Yeah, there is a native ghost. Weiss, is that not
Oh.
a native ghost where my thumb is?
Okay, let's see.
He has a feather.
Can you see a feather and a hatchet?
He looks kind of like a monk.
Native ghost.
He
Not-
looks like he's got a churro
he-
sticking out of his
honey,
head.
Native ghost.
He has a headband.
Natives love churros.
He has a headband with a feather in it.
Are you
He has
telling
a feather?
Noelle? Are you telling
It's a
me
feather.
natives don't love churros? Weiss, do you love a churro?
I do, but that's like the Mexican part of me.
That is the weirdest looking feather ever.
You're
It
telling
looks
me
like a
natives
churro.
don't love churros?
I can't say that for sure. I'm just kidding.
You
No,
need
they
to-
probably do. They
you
love
need to take a poll of all your people.
a fry bread with honey, sugar, and
That's a
cinnamon.
churro.
That's
That is a
basically
churro.
a churro.
Fry bread is just
Put
literally
cinnamon.
just sugarless. Is sugarless
Fry bread
churro.
sounds so good right now.
It
Fry
does.
bread.
Does.
Here's some money. Bring us fry bread.
Drive
We're
all
white.
the way out,
Make us-
Drive all the way out at night.
I do want to learn at some point.
I would like to learn as well.
Yeah.
They
It
sell
seem-
it. Oh, go ahead.
It seems like in theory it's easy, but to make it good is the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like it's not a complicated recipe.
I'm pretty good at whiting my way through things.
You know
You're,
what?
you're the Abraham Lincoln, the confidence of an average
is-
white guy.
Yeah.
You hear it her first. We're
Whoa,
gonna try.
whoa, whoa, hold
we're gonna
on,
try
Weiss.
Rupel's fry bread first and see if the white guy can do it.
Yes, the half white guy.
half white
Yeah,
guy.
sure, the half white guy.
And also, are you saying Abraham Lincoln had average white man power? He had above average.
No, I was
white
making a
man.
Clone High reference, remember?
I don't remember.
Because they had the whole, like, how is he so confident? It's like, because he's a white dude.
Oh yeah,
And he's like, I'm good at this, and he's not.
yeah.
So true.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Confidence.
But I'm just saying, I'm supporting my homeboy Abraham Lincoln, my real homeboy.
I actually I went to the Ford Theater.
Yeah, I know. We talked about this. You killed him.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
went-
say, is that
Sam pulled a 11, 13, 42 and killed Lincoln.
I think you just made up numbers.
I did, because I can't remember what that Stephen King book is called. Let me continue my story. Frank jolts up and opens the bolt of the door, awakening Joe, and the two see the Scarecrow out by the corn.
Oh my gosh, leave.
The apparition beckons for the pair to follow it, and storm clouds begin to roll in. They go into the cornfield, and once more to the Scarecrow's pole, and don't find it there. They decide to split up.
It's just a stick in the ground.
Yeah, just a
then.
stick in the ground.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
technically a cross.
So it was up his butt the whole time. He's got separate legs.
Technically, I don't think scarecrows have it up their butts.
Well, not usually, but if the stick is there, that means he has other legs.
He played Will It Fit?
If
Unless
the,
he's crawling with
if
his
the stick
arms.
doesn't fit, it must have quit.
Look, see how much I can fit in my asshole? See, it would not fit this stick. I am not the walking scarecrow.
This is not my pole. Wait, no. It's literally going, this is my pole. It belonged here.
This pole was made for me.
There are many like it, but this one is
I love
mine.
I love the cliffs of whatever it's called. Alright, they decide to split up like white people do. The thunder and lightning echo through the fields as the boys try to find some clue to this mystery. As the pair get frightened by the random animals, Frank eventually spots the scarecrow and shouts for Joe to get his ass over here. Frank...
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe! Where you going with that gun in your hand?
Joe, no, stop!
I killed a woman because I felt insecure about myself. I mean, that's what that song's about. That's why Typo Negative made fun of it in Hey Pete. and they just changed it to Hey Peter instead of Hey Joe.
Happy
And he has an
Peter.
axe in his hand
Okay.
Peter.
because he doesn't care about his
Peter.
masculine.
Hey, Peter.
Hey Peter. I don't think I do it that good at all, but I like.
Jill, I hate you. That's the joke in so many of the new Family Guys. It's just that I fucking hate you.
And you fuck other people.
I fuck so many other people.
Oh, Peter's work. Oh, why aren't you working?
Damn, that's really sad, actually, now I think about it.
That's the joke. That's the fucking
Sam,
joke.
can I ask you to do that more in bed? That Jennifer Tilly voice, please. It's not that I haven't had a fetish for Jennifer Tilly since I was like 13.
I
or
mean,
anything.
you showed me Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not gonna...
Oh, it wasn't that one that made me horny for her. It was Seed of Chucky. Because
Okay.
she's
I mean,
more in
checks
it.
out.
Yeah, that also...
Knowing Chris.
It chucks out.
But she is in it a lot more.
Hey, Peter, check out my hot wife.
I'm so much. I could leave you for someone so much better.
Peter's work.
You guys should
Wow,
write
this
for
gets
Seth
going
MacFarlane.
on.
Y'all get to see way too much of the bedroom.
Cuckold.
I hate
I love the
both
word
of you.
cuckold so much. It makes me laugh. Cuckold is just a very funny word. I have not gotten through the story, and I'm like, oh, I need to extend the story by saying something in the middle, by the end of this, and I'm like, no, I don't think you do, Chris. I don't think you need to extend the story at all.
We go
Not
off on so
anymore.
many tangents.
It's beautiful, and I thank you guys. You guys are the best people I've ever known.
Aw,
I really do want you guys to know that I appreciate you all so much.
Oh.
I love it.
You're
I
so
love it here.
And keep making me laugh, monkeys! Ooh, whoosh, whoosh.
There it is.
Send help.
Call the police.
Chris is having a split moment right now.
Hello, me. Meet the real me.
Oh,
In my mind, I don't know where I am.
no.
I'm little boy Chris. Haha, I love the Goosebumps series, unironically.
No,
Somebody
little
help.
Chris child, don't go into the cave.
Which cave? The donkey cave? Because I smoked the weed yesterday.
Oh, no.
So the Hardy Boys.
Oh yeah, let's get back to this.
This episode brought to you by ADHD.
Yeah, Frank chases the Scarecrow and then runs into Joe, and mistaking him for the Scarecrow puts him in a headlock. The two continue their search and find the Scarecrow back where they first spotted it. They decide to end their search for answers and head towards the house once more. As they get closer, a bolt of lightning crashes into the old farmhouse and sets it ablaze.
Oh, good thing the Scarecrow warned us.
As the boys watch the inferno, a pickup truck sneaks up on them.
Good guy, Scarecrow.
What a ride. I got candy.
Candy. It's Halloween after all.
It's in a truck, not a van. Calm down, windowless van, Sam.
No, it has windows.
All right.
They are just one-sided. I can see out. You can't see
Oh
in.
my god.
An old farmer by the name of Josh Compton approaches the boys. His farm neighbors this one and explains that this property hasn't been owned by anyone for about 20 years, and that he checks on it every now and then for the real estate company. They tell him what has happened, excluding anything supernatural, and Compton explains that the footprints were probably his as he checked the house yesterday, after working in the field, which also explains the straw they had found. The fire department shows up and the three leave. Compton feeds the boys breakfast and then takes them to the garage. The boys offer to pay him for the help, but he politely declines.
How old are these boys?
Like 16, you say?
17, 18?
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. The boys' car is fixed, and they put together that the Scarecrow was only trying to save them, and keep them away from the house to save their lives. The end.
Yay.
Woo.
See, it wasn't a scary story at all. It was a friendly Scarecrow.
So what's the deal with all the ghosts on the cover?
It's a different story.
That's a different story. This is only one story out of 5.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's-
so you're serious? That is the end of the story.
Yeah, no. There's
my goodness.
the mystery of the voodoo gold, the disappearance of flaming rock, the phantom ship, the haunted castle and the mystery room.
I kind of like that, where you don't catch the guy in the mask in the end or whatever.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at this one. I honestly, throughout reading it, I was like, oh, this is going to be some dude in a mask, isn't it? Like, I've watched so much Scooby-Doo, and this came out in, like, the hype of Scooby-Doo. This came out in, like, the mid-70s, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, oh, there's going to be a dude in a mask being like, ooga booga.
I want this property because there's oil. Or
There's
some
corn
bullshit.
oil.
Corn oil.
High fructose corn syrup. Ah!
I learned that corn sweats, by the way.
I feel like
Corn sweat?
It sweats. So yeah, apparently corn sweats, and like because there's so much in the Midwest, and it sweats enough that it raises the humidity of the fucking Midwest from fucking corn sweat.
Oh, the corn sweats. I thought you meant like people have this symptom called corn sweat.
No, like the corn.
I mean, there is meat sweat.
to be fair, there's more corn in the Midwest than people.
It's like, why is
I mean,
your
that's not
sweat
saying much because
chunky?
there's like a lot of heads of corn.
Yeah.
There's a lot more ears of corn than ears.
I'm willing to bet if you're like weighing it, there's way more corn than there is people.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. I'm just saying it's still weird that corn, as a vegetable, it sweats.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
weird.
That is. I mean, most vegetables do sweat. It's called
They got
dew.
pores.
No, it's not dew. It's just like it.
Do I say? I don't know the words to the song "Do" by.
Yeah, I don't think it's due.
Like no, it like sweats. It's not just dew that's like on it from like fucking.
Hold up,
Air
hold up,
moisture.
hold up. Does it have the meat sweats? And it's just like, I'm so fat corn.
It ate a cow. Like there's a cow by. It's like.
What are the meat sweats?
It's when you eat too much meat and you get really sweaty. Like it's a legit thing. We since had the meat sweats.
I've had the meat sauce.
Brandon,
gosh.
meat sweats?
Yeah, you wouldn't know. I'm sorry, Noelle.
Is it a Thanksgiving thing?
And no, it's just
No.
it's like if you eat too much like barbecue or something, you get like the meat sweats.
You've had meat in the past.
I have, but I've never
Not
had
to the
much
point where-
But you've never
sweats.
binged meat like
I
where you get
have.
the meat sweats.
I've had ramen sweats. Those
That's
are
different.
pretty
That's
cool.
because you're eating something very hot. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain meat sweats.
No,
It's the salt.
Yeah, no, it's a weird thing. Like it does exist. It's just weird.
Okay, are you guys aware that all of the Hardy Boys books are written under a collective pseudonym?
You told me this, so yes.
Sam knows it because we read what's it called? The story of I Am Fine.
Oh yeah.
The Mysterious Matter of I Am Fine. Do you know what a collective pseudonym is?
No.
So it's a bunch of people say that they're one person, pretty much, and they claim they write this one story.
Like R.L. Stein.
So Alicia.
Like-
Yes,
Legion.
like R.L. Stein. It's Franklin W. Dixon. He has literally been writing all the Hardy Boy books since the 40s.
All right.
Oh.
He lives on. He's just a vampire.
And also, Nancy Drew is in the same vein. All of them are a collective pseudonym.
What?
It is not one single writer writing all these books.
Kind of makes sense.
Wasn't
though.
that the theory with Shakespeare?
It's kind of like that. Yeah, Shakespeare is technically, there's a theory where I've heard someone who worked with that professor or like learned from that professor, and he was like, no, that professor's fucking full of shit. So I'm like, yeah, I'm inclined to believe the guy who's probably worked with the guy who claims that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could believe it. Professors can be
Full of themselves?
I had
What are you
one.
saying?
tenures.
I'm sorry, Professor Brandon, but you're dildos.
I had one teacher in college that did not neuter her cat because she wanted her cat to experience its own sexuality, but then kept it in the fucking house. So she made a fucking incel cat.
Wait. With her? Like, what did she try
Like,
to say?
I think
with
she was
that?
like, she didn't want it to, like, not have sexual... I don't know what the fuck she said. She also thought a parody website
Don't
was
ask
real.
me.
She thought the equivalent of, like, the Chinese onion was a real thing. And everyone figured out it was a parody thing before she did.
Noelia, what's a Chinese onion
What
called?
is a Chinese onion?
No, it was one of those, like, it's the people's newspaper kind
Yeah,
of
you know,
thing.
the onion.
But it was, like, for
So
China.
what would a Chinese onion be called? Does anyone know?
I can't remember
A
what it was
green
called.
onion?
It's been like 10 years, and I'm like, this teacher, I just had this moment
The
in class where I'm
green
like,
onion.
she's a fucking idiot.
Alrighty, so
Wouldn't it be the red onion? Because, like,
Oh.
communism.
But how do you guys feel about a collective pseudonym? I broke your minds that the Hardy Boys and Drew Barrymore is written on a collective pseudonym.
I just found $10.
Nice.
Nice.
Was it
Thanks,
inside your
guys,
phone?
Brandon.
I think it's kind of a cool idea in a sense of, like, especially if you're telling stuff like Hardy Boys stories.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be all the same universe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see a problem with
That
it.
sounds like a fun thing to have, like, amongst friends, and then make a whole little world.
It's kind of like what H.P. Lovecraft did with his Cthulhu mythos,
Yeah.
where all his friends kind of built on his world of the Cthulhu mythos, including the guy who created Conan the Barbarian, extended on that. Not to bring it into...
But they didn't say that it was written by somebody else, you know?
Yeah, no, it was not a collective. It's just a collective
It's
world.
kind of just like fan fiction, and they're like, oh, you know what? Let's roll with that.
It's a collective world.
Yeah,
That's what I would call it.
I like that idea.
Yeah. All right. Ever been in a cornfield or a cornfield maze?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been with these two.
I have not.
I loved it. It was
Did I ever
hilarious.
tell you
I was always the one. Sorry.
No, go for it. Finish your...
Yeah, I want to hear Weese's.
I was always in front, and I always called them out. And at some point, everybody was getting mad at me because I saw them like every time.
You'd be like, "Hey, spirits wanderer, get out of the way."
It's like, oh, he's right there, and then like they won't move because they want me to look like an idiot.
Gotcha.
Like, no, I see you, buddy. It's just
You're the fucking dad.
I'm that asshole.
Yeah.
I see you there, buddy. What's up?
You and Juan both, but honestly, it's a good fear tactic.
It's
like,
fun.
not be scared.
But also, it's like I always am the person who just like likes to look at their makeup,
Yeah.
so I'm like, cool. Like,
I do that out of fear.
See, I've only been in, I don't do haunted houses that often because I have a fight or flight reflex, and I have the fight reflex that's very powerful.
And you do not want to be that person that
because
punches.
I have two older brothers that would scare me, and the defense for that is punch. I don't want to be the person who punches one of those actors because they're just doing their job. I'm not going to punch somebody because they're doing their job.
That's
Unless
fair.
they're a cop.
you were saying, Sam? I'm sorry.
So, I told the corn country story here before, right?
Have you?
So,
Maybe on a speaking of which episode.
What is that?
when
Sorry.
when I was
Oh,
like
man, I need to upload more of those. Sorry.
when I was like a toddler, we went by a cornfield or something like that. I can't remember because they were doing some like cross country trip thing. I was 2. I don't fucking remember any of this. But apparently my mom said the word.
Why can't you remember from so long ago, Sam?
It's been almost 30 years. It's been 29 years.
I think you should remember. Go into a deep hypnosis. Tell me about
Oh my
this.
gosh, whatever.
But apparently someone said corn country, and I thought that was the funniest fucking word, and I just would not stop giggling at it. And like they'd just then say it like
I don't
anytime.
think you've ever told this story.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They would just be like corn country and be like thought it was a funny, and I just burst into laughter.
Well, here's the thing, Sam. Like, were you fucking wrong? It's a great word.
I'm just saying, replace the C with a K, and it's fucking hilarious. Boom, ba, ba, no, 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 no.
There's just a bunch of
Corn country.
Oh my gosh.
I can do more corn references, but I think I'll stop there. Ever been spooked by a random animal? Like you've been out in the wild, you're just walking by yourself, you're like, ooh, I'm going on a nature walk. Wah! And it's just an animal.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
with the orchestral string and everything?
Yeah, you have the stinger and everything.
I mean, my dad and I were out on a walk, and he almost stepped on a rattlesnake. So
Oh,
that was
shit.
pretty scary.
Yo, I legit recorded a video today being like, oh, that's a rattlesnake. I live in rattlesnake country. I'm not fucking with those.
Yeah, no.
And I've had that experience where I told the story, and speaking of which, but since that doesn't exist anymore, I literally walked to the recycle area over here to toss out some recyclables, and I hear like shuffling, and I'm like, what is that? No. It's a fucking javelina charging at the fence trying to get at me.
Oh, I've seen javelinas here.
Yeah.
I saw one inside
terrifying.
the complex, and that was a fun time because I was just like on my way home, and it's literally like, you know how there's that little T area between like where it goes to this apartment and our next door neighbor,
Yeah.
and like the next like area?
Yeah.
It was right there.
Oh.
And at first I was like, whose dog is that? And I was like, that is not a dog.
That's a big dog. That's not a dog.
Whose dog is this?
Whose dog is it? That's a fucking Rick Moranis from fucking Ghostbusters.
Yeah, no, I had a Rick Moranis moment where I was like, whose dog is that? Because I thought it was like a big, just some big like fat dog. And I was like, that is not a
I
dog.
thought that was
Yeah.
like a normal thing because the first time I went to this apartment complex,
Yeah.
there was javelinas. Like,
We've had javelina experiences it's been pretty much since post-pandemic. We've had javelinas here, like, just randomly.
Good.
Sometimes late at night I've seen them on the lawn of the building next
Yeah.
to us, and they're just like chilling out outside, like I think with the sprinklers because they're like, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's bad time.
Which I'm like, fuck yeah for them, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
Javelinas
anything.
are badass.
I just imagine it's like they came back from COVID. It's like they're They're throwing trash on the ground again. Let's go.
So,
Feast for kings.
No,
question,
nature repaired itself.
in your question, does it have to be like a jump scare? Because
No, it doesn't need to be a jump scare.
I've been house sitting for Noelia before,
Yeah.
and her house is out in the middle of nowhere.
Sam has a
And
similar
I
story
think
to
that
this.
there was like foxes or something, because it sounded like children screaming.
It's
outside.
coyotes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's coyotes.
Yes,
Coyotes definitely sound like
coyotes.
screaming children.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
It's freaky. I never knew that people didn't know what that sounded like. Because I
It's
just grew up with it.
being a city Tucson person, you don't really hear coyotes too often, but like I like coyotes, so I know this thing.
Yeah, I went camping a lot, so we would hear them a lot.
Yeah. I got this.
Oh, it's a
I
coyote.
got a
Not that
scare
one.
at my
That just sounds
house,
like
too.
Majima just
Um,
using her fucking trash.
I did leave the garage door open for a while, and then when I went out to get to the car, there was like a whole herd of javelina, and one of them was in the garage. And I was like, ah, shoot, man. Like, oh, that's what I did. I kept pressing the garage door button so that it would scare them off.
Yeah, noise is the best way to scare them away. Because what I do when I walk home, because like I know that I walk home from work here, and I have a set of keys on a
Carabiner?
carabiner. Thank you. I had to remember beaner.
Is
That's
it
how I
a
remember.
landlord?
That's how I remember it. So I'm jingling my keys. And I'm like, I have to make sure I'm like really loud so they hear me. So I like play with my keys a little extra, just in case they hear it, so they can start going away from me. So I have not seen any javelinas, thank God, but I have seen plenty of homeless people though. Which I've been like, I'm the homeless ghost. Don't get me. No, I don't think that.
You also try to scare them with your keys?
Yeah, I scare them with keys. They're like, I have a home. Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry.
Messed up.
I'm sorry. But that's a really good joke.
That's a dark humor. I love it. No, I think. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
No, go ahead. I forgot what it was.
I think there's this one time I almost got charged by javelina.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
gosh.
when what was it? I was living right there. There's like a little apartment area right next to the Pima, like not too far away from Pima East or West. And I was walking home off the bus, and there's like a bunch of them going into the ravine next to the apartments. And I was like, oh, cool. So I got a little closer to the ravine because they were already leaving.
Yeah.
And then I turned back around. There was a straggler, and he was staring right at me. I was staring at him. I was like, I was like, I wanted to, okay, I'm going to try to take a picture. As soon as I raised my hand, it went,
It went into a karate pose like Kung Fu Panda.
Yay.
I was like, okay, never mind. And I
Call
turned
back.
to the side, and it just,
Yeah.
I'm like,
away.
okay, cool. But I think the most embarrassing spook from an animal I ever had was when we went to pick up Emily at the airport, and your sister, I don't remember who she was dating at the time, was there. At
We'll say Billy.
a giant black tarantula.
Ooh.
What's the word? Like crawled in as soon as we opened the garage. Again, there's a bunch of light. All I see is this just black mass just go forward towards me, and I just screamed like a little girl. And everybody looked at me like I was behind. I was like, everybody looked at me like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "It's a giant ass spider," and I felt like no one believed me
I don't
because
remember
nobody
that.
else saw it.
It was just your imagination.
And the entire time I was like, I don't
Once
want to go
again.
anywhere because it's in the house at this point.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah,
And
no.
Sam can definitely get that.
Yeah, spiders aren't everyone's things.
Hey, is that everyone's story?
Yeah.
Alrighty, actually 2 more questions. Actually 3 more questions, sorry. Did you ever want to solve mysteries as a kid?
No.
I like the idea, but I didn't like actually I didn't like the practice.
Mind your business.
Mind your own.
Only when playing.
I had a friend that me and her would play detectives, like, because we both love Scooby-Doo so much. We would pretend to be, like, play detectives, and me and her would solve mysteries. So there was that. I hope she's doing really good. I won't say her name because I don't think she'd even listen to this, but at the same time, it's like, what's the point?
Did you guys even, like, come up with plots?
Kind of, sort of. It was just us recreating Scooby-Doo. Because we both really like Scooby-Doo and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, nah. I'm good.
I don't think I ever played pretend like that, but I definitely loved mysteries.
Yeah, that's fair. Because a mystery's always a fun time, you know?
I feel like creepypastas were more my thing, and that's like internet mystery.
You just
right?
like getting spooked.
It's just internet detective because I didn't go outside.
Yeah, I mean, not all of our mysteries, but some are mysteries.
Yeah,
Marry your father.
We can't say that. Splash Mountain doesn't exist anymore.
It exists.
It does not.
Existed. It doesn't mean we need to
can't.
forget it.
Oh my! I can't wait till we
exists
do
in our
this
racist
the Song of the
hearts.
South episode so I can reference that.
We can do that. We're gonna be referencing that so much.
Oh, it's going to be throughout the whole episode. And it's going to be so annoying, but I love it.
Just bring nothing but water
Yep.
to the light.
You can only bring a bowl of water that you can drink out of, and it's going to be warm by the end because it's going to be really long. No one's going to understand this unless they know this fucking stupid story, but thank you very much, people. I love this story so much, and me, Sam, and Weiss were the original people who love that.
Yep.
Sam, you have something to say?
Oh, so basically, like, of book, someone pointed out something of one of my favorite book series was technically a mystery,
Yeah.
but it's not great mystery.
What's the book?
Fucking Turfy McTurferson, and I'm not naming the actual book. If you know, you know.
Wait, can we say it's the turf of the turf chamber?
Yeah,
Turf of the turf.
turf. No, it.
Turf and the chamber where you can't go into because you're not the right sex.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No,
Oh, damn.
you could have found that out in book 2 because she's policing who can and cannot go into that bathroom.
Dun dun dun. So yeah, there we go. Sam's taking a step up because she wants a round of applause. Here we go.
I'm just standing because this chair feels like it's gonna break on me.
It's not gonna break. Sit down.
Do you want to switch?
No, I'm good.
We can get another chair. We should probably switch that chair because that chair is pretty old.
Yeah,
It's your parents' chair. If we break it, should we replace it?
I feel like eventually.
We have one that's new that they can just have.
Yeah. They never invite people over, so I'm like, well, I don't give enough of a shit.
We have adopted this and all their Disney books. Question second to last. Thoughts on stories where the monster is only trying to help, like this book? Can you guys even think of any stories where the monsters are actually, they're kind of spooky at first, but they're actually friendly people?
I know I've seen them. Like, I know it's
Yeah,
a thing.
I've seen movies.
Have you seen the movie Arrival?
Yes. That's a great example. I love that movie. Well, I wouldn't say love. I like it.
Monster Truck.
I was going to say Monster Truck.
Can you not? Oh my god! How many times in a fucking week do I have to talk about Monster Truck with people?
Wait!
Like,
You
I
just
like-
spoiled monster trucks for me.
They're
didn't know
good
that's what it
monsters. They're obviously the good guys. Look how cute they are.
Oh my god!
I just wanted to bring it up because I knew. It was
I
gonna happen.
have talked to so many people because I work with I'm an old man, but I work with a lot of people who are in their 20s or very early 20s or teenagers, and they saw Monster Truck and they're like, I love this movie, and I'm like, you need to rewatch this movie. It's a piece of fucking shit. It's so bad, people.
Maybe you need to rewatch it.
No, I watched it as an adult. It's not a good movie. It's a good movie if you're drunk and hanging out with friends, making fun of
I
it.
feel like maybe also if you're a kid and you're just like, yeah!
It's like Casper as an adult. Casper's not good as a movie, but it's fun to
No,
make
don't
fun
tell
of.
me that. It's really bad.
Casper is horny.
What?
He is super horny.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
literally goes, yes, there's a girl in my bed. Can I keep you? He is horny.
Wait, the kid.
The ghost.
And
Oh.
he turns into a real boy.
And he wants to fuck Christina Ricci.
So isn't that the opposite of what we're talking about, where the ghost
First
first was your friend ends up not being a friend in the end?
I mean, technically she's down with it because that's her fetish. Because it's
Oh.
Christina Ricci, and of course she's down with that.
Isn't like some Godzilla movies technically that? Because it's like, oh, you're the bad guy. Then we
There's a point in the Godzilla movies where they're like, oh, he's come to help, but they don't think of him as a villain anymore. I wouldn't really consider
He
it.
still, makes property damage. So
Yeah. It's kind of just what happens, you know.
Monster Truck.
Japan's okay. They have an infrastructure for this. They have literally a Godzilla insurance
I
for
feel
this
like
shit.
That's a weird metaphor when you think about Godzilla being like a metaphor for the nuclear bomb. And then it's like, no, he's our friend now.
He's our friend. He's gonna defeat this monster from planet Bleep Lord.
I mean, that
okay.
is a trauma tactic to just like make friends in your head with the thing that traumatized you.
That is the plot of Son of Godzilla, but thank you very much.
Would the
It's
Goblin,
not the Son of Godzilla. Godzilla's Revenge.
would the Goblin King from Labyrinth be that?
I mean, I think
He wasn't really helping. He was like, I'm just gonna steal your kid.
Well, yeah, but he was
Your
teaching
baby
her a
brother.
damn lesson.
That's not a. He still kidnapped a child,
Okay.
and he probably would have kept that child
he's
if
a-
she didn't stop him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he's
I would
not.
not
No,
call him
he's
good.
not a good guy.
Um,
Okay, next question.
I know I'm trying to think of one. I had one, and then they got on the monster truck fucking tirade, and I lost it.
Sorry.
So, guys, what's your thoughts on the concept of a spooky scarecrow? Like, do you guys have any opinions on this?
Just Harold. Harold always screws me out, man.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
I think it can work, but it can also be super hokey. There is
Fair
no
enough.
like.
Wasn't Jeepers Creepers a scarecrow, or am I thinking of something else?
He hung up like a scarecrow at the end of it.
I think that's what
And
I was
I
thinking
think he
of.
also was. I think he disguises himself.
Oh,
as a
I hate
scarecrow.
that was
that
burned
movie.
into my
Oh,
memory.
I've
As a child, that was...
No,
horrifying.
I've seen the first two, but I don't remember them all that well.
Oh, I hate that movie.
I enjoyed the Scarecrow part of the Batman Arkham series. That part was brand new.
Those are really cool. Yeah, where you
Those
have to
were.
hide behind the walls and shit and be like, "I'm gonna get you, fucking Batman."
Everything's all weird.
And he's played by
trippy.
fucking Freddy Krueger.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. And he's got fucking
I didn't know
got
that.
fingers. Yeah, he's played by Robert Englund, I'm pretty
That
sure.
is cool.
Sam can double check it for me, but I'm pretty positive he is.
Yeah.
Scarecrows are pretty scary.
Yeah, scarecrows can be pretty creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I think they can be used for very creepy scenarios, and I find that Batman's probably used it for the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
All right, guys, do you have any pairings for the Walking Scarecrow?
I had to look it up because I couldn't remember the name of it. It's called The Kid Detective. And it's really...
The kid, is that just the book? Or
No, it's a movie. It's
Oh.
a movie that came out in 2020 called The Kid Detective.
Oh my
I-
god.
And it's kind of like if the Hardy Boys grew up.
Spongy, tell us if you've seen this one.
See, all I can think of is Venture Brothers when you say that.
Chris, I forgot you meant like books, so I was like, a drink that would go well while reading this story.
I mean, technically, you can name anything that could pair well with the story, whether it's a drink, TV show, or anything.
Watch literally anything good after this.
That's not a pairing. That's called a chaser.
Drink water.
Because if you want to get rid of the disgusting taste of alcohol, you drink something good to get out of it. That's called a chaser.
You could
So-
watch Twilight. Twilight's really funny because it's like kind of.
What the
supposed
heck?
to- What?
So,
This was a funny story.
the Scarecrow in
Why would you
Arkham
do
Asylum
funny
was
things?
played by Dino Andrade.
Really? I thought it was Robert Englund.
I'm seeing if it's in some of the other ones.
Yeah,
'cause
I guess I was wrong on that. I could have sworn it was Robert
Kevin
Englund.
Conroy, Mark Hamill,
Huh. I'm a little disappointed in myself for not knowing that.
Eric Bauza.
Maybe I was thinking Eric Bauza played somebody. Who did he play?
He plays.
I like that guy. He's funny.
Dr. Adam Hamazaki.
I don't know who that is, but hey, good for him. I think he's I like Eric Bauza. He's really cool. I was about to say he plays the modern Looney Tune characters. I was like very talented actor. I was about to say 10 out of 10 in my opinion. I wish I had his job. I would love to scream as a Looney
I
Tune.
don't even know if he's in Arkham City because I'm not. Seeing
I don't.
Him.
I don't think he is. I don't know. Don't worry about it, Sam. You're good. You're good. You don't have to keep looking.
I want to keep looking now.
You could just look at actors who played Scarecrow. Like you could just Google that.
Sure.
Too late.
She's down the rabbit hole. There's no stopping
I
now.
wanted to make it easier on her, but she never wants to keep it
It's
easy.
the ADHD brain.
Yeah, I only found Dino Andrade. That I couldn't find her. I couldn't find Robert
I
Englund.
could have sworn it was him, but I guess I was wrong on that one.
Maybe
Maybe he played something
or-
else.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But okay. If no one else has any pairings, let's get the easy one out of the room. The Goosebumps classic, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. This haunting tale of scarecrows brought to life by black magic is a top-notch bump book and episode, and would pair well with this one.
I already referenced.
What does the
I already referenced.
art for that look like? It sounds familiar.
It's got a scarecrow that's like,
Yeah, I already referenced Harold so many
Oh,
times.
yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
Tear Tales of the Park, number 3. This regular show segment. Segment number 2 from Jacked Up Jack-O-Lantern. Yep,
Oh,
that's
that
the
was
one.
a messed up one.
I love me some Trailer Tales of the Park, or Terror Tales of the Park, and this segment is a solid one. Nothing like Mark Hamill as a scarecrow turning the park employees into ugly pumpkins to avenge his fallen lover.
Oh, it's so good.
Did you say Robert Englund?
Yes.
He played, he voiced the Riddler in the Batman.
Really? Of all people to play.
In the video game or in
No, it was Robert, Neil Patrick Harris who played him in the video game.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Yeah. But, yeah, I think I remember him playing him in one of the movies, I think.
Oh, yeah, it says Riddler's Revenge. TV show, I guess.
It's a TV show.
Neat.
Yeah.
I think he was in the what's it called? The
He's in the fighting game.
that's
Injustice.
right. He was in Injustice. That's where he played
There
the
we go.
Scarecrow.
Because he also plays Freddy Krueger in
Mortal Kombat 9.
And those are the same.
There we go. I knew he played Scarecrow one place. I couldn't remember where. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Weiss.
Yeah, I was like,
Weiss is the hero.
yay!
Sam, bronze medal.
Wow, you
Wow.
took all the credit.
That's not fair. She
Bronze, not even
Typical
silver.
man.
Brandon gets silver.
Hey, she found your 10
Participation.
out of 10 voice actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Brandon gets silver.
okay.
I didn't
fine.
do
I see
anything.
how it is.
Sam gets the participation
Oh,
award.
shut up.
Anyways,
It's gold. Plated.
we were saying what was paired well? Sorry.
My
I was
and
on one track.
The regular show.
the regular show one, which I'm done with.
Honestly.
And then my final pairing, except for, the one that Weiss keeps referencing, which I'm so thankful we went on for so long, I don't need to say this now. I'm so happy. Paranorman! A movie where the monsters are there to help and not cause havoc.
There we go.
I forgot about that. It's like one of your favorite movies, isn't it? Paranorman?
No. Oh my gosh, no.
You didn't like that one?
Not really, no.
Wow, really?
You always talked about it like, you remember, like, oh.
Well, I appreciate the animation.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was kind of gross.
You appreciated the color scheme.
Same
wasn't
with
it?
the one about the Franken dog.
Frankenweenie.
Frankenweenie, yeah.
Which
It was
came out
like,
the same year.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yep. But yeah, controversial opinion here. I think this is the best Leica film. Fight me, people. If anyone thinks Coraline is better, fight me. Fucking Paranorman, better than Coraline.
I agree.
No, I agree. 'Cause it had a better story.
Yep.
Yeah. It was
I'd have to watch it again.
It's because we're all men. Right, Sam?
No,
Fist
no,
bump.
no. I stand with Coraline for everything.
Man.
Come on, fist bump me, you non-binary
Sam,
bitch.
don't do it. Don't do it.
You call me non-binary. It's
There you go.
Isn't King Kong technically where everyone thinks he's the bad guy, but oh no, it turns out he's
He's just an animal. I
He's
wouldn't
not a
really
good guy, but he's
consider
not a bad guy. He's
it. He's just an animal. He's true neutral.
True.
Yeah, I was about to say, King Kong is just a true neutral. He's just an animal that was forced into a land that he didn't want to be forced into.
Which, I mean, I too would also act like that if all of a sudden I had to deal with all the shit he had to.
Yeah. Yeah, true neutral character. Not good, not bad. Just a monkey.
He is just a monkey.
He's got the monkeys. He's got the monkeys.
So it's gotta be legit a monster then.
Yeah, because I would never. I mean, yes, King Kong's technically a monster because he's literally a 30-foot fucking 30 feet plus. But at the same time, he literally got brought to a world that he was never supposed to be in. And I mean, how else was he supposed to survive?
What about
I mean-
Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing, dun 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 dun. He is amazing. That's the cartoon animated
I know.
series. If you've never seen that, I mean, Swamp Thing's technically a good guy because he's just confused because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and then he's all like, "Oh yeah, I'm this dude. I miss my wife.
Think about wife.
Think about wife.
I was thinking about that with the monkey thing.
Regret.
King Kong, dun 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 dun. He killed his wife." And then, of course, the final pairing. Weiss, take it away. The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, book number 3. More Tales to Chill Your Bones.
Harold!
That's
The
right.
Scarecrow.
I literally wrote in my notes, we're now going to pad this episode with a story. We're not going to pad this episode because it's over 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
We did all the padding already.
Yeah. So, ratings and reviews, guys. What was my reenactment of this great story? This nice little shortening of the story. What would you give this story?
I will say, I think that it is a more mature thing that they end it without it being like
Yeah.
a mask-off person.
Yeah.
And they don't like end it concretely too, which is interesting.
Yeah, they just drive away.
Yeah. But I like that. And it leaves the mystery.
Out of five, Hardy Boys. What would you give
That's
it?
too many words.
I give it 4 all of a sudden combusted farmhouses out of 5.
All right.
I'd say 2, just because the ending really dampened off when he was like, oh yeah, those must have been my footprints. And it
Fair
just
enough.
seemed really random. Let's go sleep in this house.
I'd say 5 because they did karate.
Well, 5 out of 5. Karate. Would you say they got karate bodies like Aquabats?
Yes.
Drop the song, Chris. Thanks.
Weiss, what's your?
I would say a good strong 3.5. Just
right.
Based off all the silliness. Also, when you explained or described the scarecrow, I actually was kind of imagine something really creepy, talking to them so nicely, so it was kind of fun.
A pale-faced scarecrow, like the scarecrow from Howl's Moving Castle.
Ooh.
Turnip head.
There's a pairing.
That's right. Howl's Moving Castle. We literally actually just played that at my theater this past week. Funnily
But I just imagine something so creepy. Just talking nice. Hey, don't go there.
Don't go in there.
Yeah.
Come have some candy. I believe I'm a good guy.
Nightmare Before Christmas, then.
He has the pumpkin king and he's a scarecrow in the very beginning.
I wouldn't consider him a full scarecrow, though.
Oogie Boogie's very... He's more scarecrow-like.
I would argue
Oogie Boogie is a racist character.
Is he?
I mean, no, the term Oogie Boogie is technically racist.
Oh.
But not Oogie Boogie and stuff, no.
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't argue he's a scarecrow, though, because he's a burlap sack.
Yeah, he's just made up burlap sack.
With bugs.
But don't go dressing up as him for Halloween, because you might look like a KKK member.
Yeah, that would be bad.
You gotta make it green. Remember to make it green.
Yeah, you gotta make it
You gotta paint yourself glow-in-the-dark paint. I stole that joke from Oni Plays, because Julian dressed up as him. And he said he looked like a KKK member.
Oh, no.
Here's my ratings reviews. The only person who actually read the story. I found the story to be rather enjoyable. Though I will admit, it feels like an R.L. Stine book with all the false scares sprinkled throughout. There's a lot of weird, random animal scares, like the owl, the rats, the bats, and stuff like that I literally skipped over because they're fucking stupid. This one had me on the edge of my seat to find out what was up with this walking scarecrow that was trying to scare these two boys, because I've never really read a Hardy Boys book, but I know that at the end, it's always just a person or whatever, it's just a guy in a suit. It's Scooby-Doo. It's Scooby-Doo bullshit. And I honestly like that the monster was never trying to hurt them, but help them. I'm a sucker for the nice monster that's actually fucking, that's actually scary, but it's nice, Yeah, it's a nice twist of things. Overall, this was a fun read, but I had a lot of jump scare. It had a lot of jump scare padding throughout the whole story. I give the Walking Scarecrow 3.5 crows eating corn because your scarecrow didn't work out of 5. And that's the end, guys.
Nice.
So thank you for joining us this week on Drunken Book Club. Just spooky month. Ooh. I don't think I mentioned that before, but this is October.
Comes out in November.
It does not come out in November. I am consistent.
You know what the funny thing is, though? The first book in October is not going to be a spooky one.
I know, I've said that before.
Because it's for my birthday.
I literally threw it because it's this turd.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not for you. I'm not going to say.
It's not for me, but it's not for me. But I digress. Thank you for joining us this week. Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff on wherever you're listening to us. Rate and review us if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify. Like, subscribe, all that other junk. 5 stars means a lot. It really does. And if you really like this, join us on patreon.com/drunkenbookclub for $1 a month. I mean $1. Sam, how much is it?
$1.
Brandon?
$1?
Yes. Weiss?
100 peso.
See, technically it would be more.
Yeah, no.
And Noelia, how much is it?
$1.
$1 a month gets you $1 a due.
It'd actually be less than $1 a due.
Yeah,
it would be more than it, wouldn't it be?
No, it'd be less because I think
dollar dues are
worth more. I think.
Yeah. So.
It gets you everything on our Patreon. A bonus episode every week. Though I did forget to make one on the last week of September, because I was working on literally a month-long thing. That is literally, I'm releasing a podcast episode every day this month of October. If you haven't been listening or paying attention for the previous weeks here, I literally have released a horror movie review every day in October, and I hope you guys are enjoying it because I worked my butt off on those. But I digress on that. It's $1 a month. You get our notes. You get these episodes up early. Yada, yada, yada. Technically, the bonus episode of the horror reviews are actually free for everybody because I made them free for everyone because I wanted more people to listen. But, that's just me. And you can follow me at DBC_pod on Twitter and Blue Sky. You can follow me at Drunken Book Club. Sam?
You can find me on rarely Twitter and sometimes Tumblr at Berserker Rose.
Oh, Brandon.
You can find me on x.com.
Twitter.
Eldritch Maid.
That's MAID, like the French kind.
Like Minute Maid.
And Luis.
My name is Luis. Just kidding.
My name is Luis.
My name is Jeff.
My name is
You
Jeff.
find me at Force Left Hander on Instagram and YouTube.
And TikTok.
I'm going to post one soon because it didn't make it to Sabo.
So would you say it would be post soon or already posted? Because this is coming out almost at the end of October.
Dang, you know what? It'll be already posted.
So definitely check it out. Force Left Hander. Drop the E on Hander.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it in all honesty. I'm always excited to see a Weiss fucking edit.
Honestly, this is one of my most favorite. I did Ruby.
Ooh.
And it's really fast paced and I loved it.
Good stuff.
Nice.
What's the song? Can you reveal the song?
It's called Caffeine by the same people.
I'm out. I'm gone. I don't like that song.
Right.
I literally, my short film in high school is called Caffeine, and you ripped me off. I deserve an apology. I'm white.
That's right, it was Caffeine.
Yeah, Weiss was in it actually. Weiss was in it briefly. Weiss was in my short film in high school
Tiny
called
bit.
Caffeine.
Okay,
If
what
you
was
guys
it about? And did he have a seizure because it's about?
Wait, this sounds like a Patreon exclusive.
It is already on YouTube. If you look up RuPaul and Caffeine, you can find my short movie I made in high school called Caffeine.
Oh my god, you'll
With
see
your
young
ex.
us.
Yeah, you'll see.
young
It is
RuPaul.
with my ex, my previous partner in crime, Alex, and yeah, it's honestly, I think it's a really good movie, honestly, but I do find it very cringe because of the mental state I was in at that point.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's teenagers.
It's
You're supposed to be
teenagers, yeah.
absolutely ashamed of
You
yourself.
are cringe at that age.
We're all
Yeah, we
cringe.
all are.
Cringe at this age
But
right now.
Weiss is featured in a clip, a segment in that where I'm literally saying I was hanging out with a guy named Jeff, and I don't remember who I was drinking caffeine with, and I was partying with Weiss and a bunch of other people in different random, like, quick paced moments.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, I would love to remake that. I bet I could find the script and remake that, honestly.
Dude,
Probably could.
I'd be so down.
It would be a what's it called? It would be a fucking like a movie for fucking Mormons. Because it's obviously supposed to be about caffeine's a drug, even though I totally didn't. I mean, it is technically
It
it
is.
is very much a drug, but
But it's a socially acceptable drug.
exactly. But Mormons don't like that. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be about going to drug parties and stuff like that in the middle, and I have a Smashing Pumpkins song in the middle there. Good music. I was about to say, the teacher was like, I like this, especially the music, so that's all I care about.
Nice.
Did they not know Smashing Pumpkins before?
Oh no, he definitely did.
Oh,
He did.
He definitely
okay.
did.
It was definitely not one of their more famous songs. It was from one of their albums that was super later that they released for free online that not everybody knows about because it's like
Ooh,
it's like
hipster.
whatever. Yeah. Oh no, I'm so cool, And I also named the character Cecilia after my friend. I'm gonna just say they're my friend Alex. I use the song Cecilia by. This just needs to be bonus content, but I'll just keep talking. I'm such a fucking loser.
Yeah.
I use the song Cecilia by Simon and Garfunkel because I really like Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, they're fun. I
Yeah.
love them.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. And literally, she walks from one house to another, and that was it. And it was so fortunate that my next door neighbors did not live there anymore.
Oh.
That's why it worked out so perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, that's all I will talk about caffeine. If you have any questions about caffeine, you can leave a message down below on Twitter or Blue Sky. Okay, fun fact time. The short film was actually called Decaf, not Caffeine. So, look up Christopher RuPaul and Decaf. I figured I would just put this at the end of it all because I was an idiot who didn't even remember what my short film from high school was called. It was too many years ago. I'm old. Okay, bye. As always, this is the episode. Do we have any songs about scarecrows? I bet I could find one by a heavy metal artist.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, no.
I am the Scarecrow. I will do my Scarecrow. Scarecrow walks up every night.
I can't do that. Tight.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on the AC.
I love corn.
I can tell.
I wish they had a song named Cornfield.
Cornfield.